All right, let's dive into a topic that's as fascinating as it is universal. What happens when we die? Yeah, I know it's a bit heavy, but let's talk about it. Because let's face it, death is the one thing every single one of us will experience. So what's the deal? Is it lights out? Is there an afterlife? Or does something else happen entirely? Let's break it down. First off, let's talk about what people actually believe. In the US, a lot of people still hold on to the idea of heaven and hell. A survey found that over 70% of Americans believe in heaven, a paradise for the good souls. And about half of them believe in hell, which, well, let's just say isn't a place you want to end up. But it's not just the US. Around the world, you'll find all sorts of beliefs about what happens after death. In many cultures, reincarnation is huge. The idea is that when you die, you're reborn. Maybe as a new person, maybe even as an animal. Your next life supposedly depends on how you lived this one. Basically, karma's report card. Then there's the philosophical crowd. Some thinkers, like Nietzsche, believed in something called eternal recurrence. That's the idea that you live the exact same life over and over again, forever. Wild, right? And, of course, there's the possibility that there's just nothing. Lights out. Total blackness. No consciousness, no dreams, just an endless void. So here's my question to you. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Alright, now let's look at what science tells us happens when we die. Spoiler, it's not exactly glamorous. Here's the deal. When someone dies, two big things happen. First, the heart stops beating. Without blood pumping, your body starts shutting down. That's called cardiac death. Second, the brain stops working. No blood, no oxygen, no brain activity. Doctors call this brain death, and it's pretty much the ultimate sign that you're gone. But here's where it gets interesting. Some people who've been brought back from the brink of death report crazy experiences. Floating above their body, hearing doctors talk, seeing a bright light. Are these just the brain's last sparks, or is there more to the story? Science doesn't have a solid answer yet, but it's fascinating to think about, right? Now, let's talk about what actually happens to your body after you die. Fair warning, this part gets a little messy. First, all your muscles relax. And yeah, that includes the ones that hold everything in. So, anything left in your body? It's coming out. The same goes for gas, which can make your body let out some pretty creepy sounds. Nurses and morticians have heard moans and groans from dead bodies. It's just air escaping, but still, spooky, right? Blood starts to pool in the lowest parts of your body. That's called livor mortis, and it causes those purplish marks you see in crime shows. Your body also starts cooling down. This is called algor mortis, or death chill, and it happens until your body matches the room temperature. Then there's rigor mortis. Your muscles stiffen up, and your body becomes rigid. That's just calcium locking into your muscle cells. After that, bacteria inside you start breaking things down. This is when the real decomposition begins. Bloating, skin changes, and yeah, the smell. One person described it as a mix of rotten eggs and a dirty toilet left out in the sun. Lovely. So, that's what happens to the body. But what about you? Your thoughts, your feelings, your soul. A lot of religions believe your soul carries on. Maybe it's heaven or hell, maybe it's reincarnation. Buddhists, for example, believe in something called the Wheel of Samsara. It's the cycle of death and rebirth, and the goal is to escape it by achieving enlightenment. Then there's the scientific perspective. Energy can't be created or destroyed, right? So does that mean a part of us, our essence, lives on in some way? Or is death just the ultimate reset? Your body nourishes the earth, fueling new life. Kind of poetic, don't you think? What's your take? Do you believe in an afterlife, reincarnation, or maybe just the big eternal sleep? I'd love to hear your thoughts. So what happens when we die? The truth is, no one really knows. But here's the thing. Maybe it's not about figuring out what happens next. Maybe it's about focusing on what's happening right now. Are you spending your time on things that truly matter? Are you making memories, connecting with people, and living in a way that feels meaningful to you? Death might be the great mystery, but life, that's the part we get to shape. So live boldly, love fiercely, and don't forget to make every moment count. And hey, if you've got thoughts on this topic, drop them in the comments. Let's keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.